Hi, I'm attorney Gregory Dell, and I'm here with Rachel Alters, and today we're going to discuss what is ironically our third case this week, where we're talking about a decision from Mutual of Omaha, also known as United of Omaha, where they denied a claim during the any occupation stage,
Correct.
went to litigation, and the court overturned their denial. So this pattern is becoming troublesome from Mutual of Omaha because we're seeing so many claims reversed by them that I think they're just figuring, let's deny the claims, see if people will sue us, and then take our chances in court.
Right.
But this case is exceptionally bad just because of the what you'll get into talking about the qualifications and experience for this particular claimant to work based upon their injuries. So give us some background about this case and tell us a little bit about this person's occupation and what they were disabled by.
Sure. This is a gentleman who was a welder, and his job requirement was lifting 40 pounds or greater, and he became injured, got a spine injury, and was no longer able to lift, so he went out on disability, and he was paid for 24 months by Mutual of Omaha under the own occupation
So they
standard.
paid him initially and the definition
did.
changed.
Correct. So they ended up denying him under an ENIAC review. And when they did the ENIAC review, they hired a peer review doctor and a vocational consultant to render an opinion as to whether he could do any other jobs. So what the vocational consultant came up with is they said that he was able to do 5 or 6 different jobs. He could earn X amount of money. And the court said, well, this doesn't seem to jive because the vocational consultant wasn't given all the right information. This is a man who does not speak English. He only spoke Arabic. So it's very difficult for him to do any other jobs other than labor jobs where he could do heavy lifting. The problem is he can no longer do heavy lifting because he injured his spine. So essentially, there were no other jobs he could do in the national economy.
The other thing that was interesting about this claim is that Mutual of Omaha basically ignored all the findings of what his treating doctor said and just relied on the review that their reviewing doctor did, took the reviewing doctor's record, sent it to the vocational person and said, oh, look, these are the restrictions, limitations he has, which they basically said were next to none. What jobs can he do?
Right.
And the vocational consultant threw back like 10 different jobs of which this person couldn't do at all.
Couldn't do any of them. Actually, one of the jobs the vocational consultant suggested is a job that doesn't even exist anymore. And they were looking at wage requirements that were well below what was in, the policies. So it was pretty much a very unfair ENIAC review.
But I don't even think the vocational consultant didn't know that he can't read English.
No.
He's illiterate.
No.
He can't write, and he can't speak English. So how many jobs in this region where he was at was he going to be able to get just based on that, let alone once he couldn't do anything that was manual physical labor?
Exactly. And the court ended up saying there were no jobs.
So the procedural history of this case is interesting for people to know that Mutual of Omaha wants to fight pretty aggressively because they lost the case at the district court level, which was the first level. Then you can go to the appellate court, which they went to the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals because Mutual of Omaha appealed it and Mutual of Omaha lost the case. And I guess they could appeal to the United States Supreme Court, but the United States Supreme Court only hears like 50 cases a year, and there's no way they're going to take this particular case. So, what's sad is that Mutual of Omaha strung this person out for years with no income. This person wins. At the end of the day, they're going to get their back benefits, but this person had to find a way to survive for the 2 or 3 years that it took to litigate this case.
Right. Not speaking English and probably had a really hard time doing that.
And then at the end of the day, Mutual of Omaha says, sorry, we didn't make the right decision. So, we help claimants with these cases all the time. The best thing to try to do is to really win these cases at the appeal level. And if you do litigate, try to litigate as quick as possible. But if they do get appealed again after you litigate, it's just a challenge that you have to deal with. But fortunately, this claimant was able to prevail. If you have a case against Mutual of Omaha or any long-term disability insurance company, feel free to give Rachel a call or any of our lawyers. We'll always offer you a free consultation and we'll let you know right away whether or not we think we can assist you.